Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Today, we'd like to excavate what the media richness theory is. We are continuing studying of interpersonal communication theories, skill theories. We covered many different theories. One of the most important theory was social group identity theory. Now we are covering media richness theory. Okay, that theory is developed by Richard Deft and Robert H. Lango. It was in the 1980s. Okay, what the media richness theory is, we have four important concepts. First one was media richness theory is communication theory that is developed, like I said, Richard Deft, Robert Lambert in 1980s. They say the importance of this theory is the theory aims to explain how differently we communicate with using many different media, like YouTube's, broadcastings, radios, with their ability to convey the information effectively, particularly in organization. That's their theory. Simply, people use different communicating media to accommodate their communicating skills, the abilities. That's what their theory is. Communication media can be classified continue based on their richness. Richness means it is defined by the ability of communication medium, the ability to convey information that includes multiple cues, intermediate feedback. Richness is the ability to convey the information. That's the meaning of richness in media richness theory. Okay, what could be the example of media richness is like this. We can categorize the communication media that is from low to high richness. Like I said, the richness in media richness theory that means ability to convey the information that includes multiple cues. Cues means including behavior, body languages, eye contacts, and also it is important for us to understand. It includes immediate feedback coming from audiences. then also last important thing is ability to handle ambiguity. Ambiguity means uncertainty. We have to have skill to avoid ambiguity. Okay? When we deliver message, it should be clear, purposeful, concisely. That is avoiding handling ambiguity. Okay. Ability to convey multiple cues. That means low richness, high richness. When we talk about low richness, that includes text-based communications like emails, memos, writings. That is low richness communication medium, actually based on text communication. High richness means face-to-face communication. When we deliver message, the highest ability coming from ability to communicate, deliver message is coming from face-to-face communication. Immediate feedback, low richness, that is asynchronous communication like emails, reports. High richness, direct communication. That means face-to-face, phone calls, those things, high richness, because it has more ability to convey information. Ability to handle ambiguity. Low richness, like I say, text-based communication, right? So written communication, reports, letters, emails, that is low richness. High richness, verbal communications. That includes face-to-face phone calls. So how we can apply those media richness theory to actual reality settings? We have to do selection. We have to use which one could be most accommodating to deliver our messages. Okay, we can divide those to high richness, low richness. So first, the selection. Selection could be how we select the suitable communication medium. That is depends on the specific task or message under considerations. Higher richness. Medias with a higher richness prove more effective for tasks characterized by ambiguity, non-routine natures, and needs for more profound comprehensions. For those factors, we use high richness communicating medium. Low richness, conversely, does less rich media find suitable in handling routine, straightforward tasks. that is text-based communication. So, media richness theory means simple. Richness means the ability. It has higher ability, that is higher richness. Low ability is low richness. Okay? So we have to use what could be suitable, what could be right for us to communicate. Low richness could be text-based media. Higher richness could be face-to-face, direct communication, like phone calls. That's all about media richness theory. Now, we'd like to talk about communication accommodation theory. Okay, since we covered media richness theory, these theories are modern communication theories, mostly focus on digital era. We use many social medias, we use emails, we use text, we use smartphones, we use many different apps to communicate better, right? So this, the circumstance, environment is talked about in communication accommodation theory. Okay, communication accommodation theory is developed by Howard Gales and his colleagues in the 1970s. The theory explores how people adjust their communication style. The primary of communication accommodation theory is individuals adapt their communication to either enhance social bonds or to create social distance. Okay, one more time. More explanation about communication accommodation theory is people adjust their communication style. Okay, people change their communication style to make more bonds, means to make more social, personal relationships, or people use their communication style to make difference himself from others or other social groups or other social media groups. So that is the main purpose of how we change our communication style. One is to make a bond, connection, relationships, others to make us different from others. That's two reasons. Okay. Communication accommodation theory elaborates the human tendency to adjust their behavior while interacting. The reason behind this behavior is explained as the control behind this theory is explained to control the social difference between interactions. Okay, people accommodate their communication skill to get approval and to set a positive image. Why we need those things? To get approval and to make positive image. This is because we like to make relationship. When we need those relationship, we use approval and positive image to make connection with others. The environment in which they are interacting also affect each other, the communication behavior. So, communication, change of communication style means eventually we use different communication behavior to make connection or to make difference from others. Key concept of communication accommodation theory. Make relationship means convergence. Okay, divergence means make difference. When we talk about convergence, convergence occurs when individuals adjust their communication style, behavior to make them more similar to those of others. Okay, convergence means I adjust my communication style, behavior to make it similar to others. That means, okay, I am with you, I work with you, I am one of your group, I have same idea, I have same opinion with others. That is convergence. To do this, people change communication style. Okay, convergence is often driven by the desire for social approval, affiliation, or establish common ground. Common ground. We share many things in common, right? That means I am with you, I am in a certain group of people. It can contribute to development of rapport and positive interpersonal relationship. The purpose of this convergence is we like to make positive interpersonal relationship. That's why we use social approval, affiliation. We like to make common ground. That is all about convergence. And divergence means that involves intentionally with purpose. we accentuate, we make it important, the difference in communication behavior. Conclusively, that is emphasizing the differences between people, between groups, between people and certain groups. Divergence means we use different communication style, behavior to make themselves different from others. That is convergence. A response to desire to distinguish myself from others. I differentiate myself from others. It could be any people, right? People differentiate themselves from others. That is divergence. That serves to create social boundaries and differences. I have my own boundaries. I have my own social boundaries to make it different from other boundaries. So when we make boundaries different from others, we change our communication style to make different. That is divergence. A key concept of communication accommodation theory. Over-accommodation. Sometimes that occurs when individuals go too far in adjusting their communication styles. That is often in attempting to show respect, accommodations. Sometimes that is led to unintended misunderstandings or be perceived by patronizing. It may be an excessive attempt to adapt, to adjust to perceived needs or preference of others. You adjust yourself too far, more than actually you can go. So that means that reserve the misunderstanding and miscommunication. That is over accommodations. Social cultural effects. Why we change communication style, communication behavior to make difference, right? Or to make same. Convergence, to make difference, divergence. There are some factors why we do this. It could be social cultural factors. People have different cultural backgrounds, right? People live as different social classes, right? People have different academic backgrounds. That is all social cultural factors. That includes ethnicity, ages, genders, and social identity, those are play crucial role in shaping communication accommodations. People may adjust their communication style based on their perception of similarities or difference in these factors. Okay. With using those different factors, right? Ethnicity, age, gender, social identity, we change our communication style because the perception of making similarity or making difference. That is all about communication accommodation theory. Okay, key concept of communication accommodation theory. Next one is communication accommodation in groups, in group settings. This theory extends beyond individual interaction to group dynamics. In group settings, individuals may converge or diverge collectively, intentionally, with purpose, affecting overall communication environment within this group. Communication accommodation in interpersonal, intergroup context. That is applied to both interpersonal settings, intergroup settings. That is providing insight into how communication behavior contribute to the formation or dissolution of social bond. Formation means making relationship. Dissolution means making boundaries. Making difference from others. Formation means making relationship, making similarity one to others. So we make example of social communication accommodation theories. Maybe someone was a new employee in a certain organization, any other companies, right? When understanding about the environment, he or she came to know about he or she senior office who is apparently had interest in painting from her co-workers. When he or she got an opportunity to interact with her senior office, he glorified the beauty of the painting, and then the officer has been displayed in his office with pleased the office. In this situation, he or she accommodate his behavior according to the situation and thus could create impression, relationship, or with his senior office. Senior officer. Okay, that was communication accommodation theory. Okay, one more time. Communication accommodation theory is two keywords: convergence, divergence. Convergence means we change communication style, communication behavior to make similar themselves to others. I am with you. I am in your group. Okay? Eventually make formatting the relationship. That is convergence. Divergence means people use different communication style, behavior to make difference. Eventually to make boundaries. That means I am different from you, different from your group. That is divergence. Okay, next theory we like to cover is network individualism. That is developed by Barry Wyman. Okay, let me go to quickly this one. Okay, network individualism, that is describing the way individuals in contemporary society are connected through complex web of social network, facilitated by information and communication techniques. Network individualism is simple. We are all connected. The web of social networks that is facilitated by information and many different communication techniques. This concept has significantly implication for communication skills, as it reflects the changing nature of interpersonal relationships and the modes of communication in the digital ages. Right? We are interconnected, many different social web of social communication techniques, right? We use text, we use YouTube, we use Kakao, we use Facebook, we use Instagram, we use many other, those things. we are all connected by those communication, social network, communication mediums. That is all about network individualism. First, we are all connected online. Network individualism is evident when individuals actively engage in online network. Everybody agree with this statement, right? People use platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or other professional forums to connect with people who share their interests or professional goals. Yeah, we do this every day. We do practice these platforms every day. People showcase their skills, people share their knowledges, and then eventually people build personal brand through these networks. Personal brand means, some Facebook users, we know that there are many, someone who has many followers, right? That means already he made himself brand. In another word, he is or she is social influencer in network environment. That is branding. So network individualism, we use different communication platforms. People practice network individualism by selectively communicating with different group of contacts. It demonstrates an awareness of different communication contexts and ability to adopt communication styles accordingly. For example, people might use social media to connect with friends, families, right? While using professional platforms for career-related discussions and networks. Individually, we use many different social media, right, to connect with friends and families, while we use also social medias for professional settings. Important thing is when we use these different social medias, we have to have skill, we have to manage our digital identity. That is important aspect of individual and network individualism. Okay, communication skills need to adapt to manage diverse relationships according various platforms and contexts. Individually carefully curate their digital identities, and online personas. They choose what information to share, right? And present themselves in ways that align with their personal, professional goals. In different situations, we make our mind how much our information to be shared with others, right? Information share means you share more information with your friends, personal information, sometimes your idea, opinions, true mind in your deep inside of yourself, right? And sometimes we use different media for professional goals. We seldom share our personal information in professional settings. That's what it says all about digital information management, identity management. Okay, network individualism, we do remote work and collaboration in professional settings. Sometimes people work in their home, right? Because we are all connected by online. That's remote work. We do even collaborate with others, other side of the country, other side of the global. That is collaboration by online connection, online network. Okay, network individuals frequently engage in collaborative efforts that transcend geographical boundaries, differences. People participating video conference, right? We use Zooms. We use any other project management software like PowerPoint, and communicate asynchronously through email and messaging applications. Effective remote workers possess strong communication skills, right? To stay connected and productive in this professional context. Okay, skilled worker, they have skills, techniques to communicate better with people in other side of the country, continents. So when we have strong communication skills that make you communicate better with others. Also, network individualism, we are all connected with a certain supporting groups. Okay, people use people use online when they need support or any kind of information in online communicating, right? Online communities and forums. When you Google, you can get any informations right? If you have any question, you can Google it. Then you get the answer. Because there are many, supporting groups online. Whether it doesn't matter what kind of information you get. It could be whether health related discussions, parenting advices, or professional guidance. Maybe individuals engage in discussions, right? Ask a question and offer support to one another. Then they demonstrating the ability to communicate effectively within these online groups. Okay, information sharing. Network individuals are skilled at sharing information. So we see many individuals, they have higher strong skills to communicate, right? Actually delivering messages, ideas, news. So network individuals are skilled at sharing information, news, and knowledges through social media and other online platforms. We know this. We do practice this every day. People design their communication to suit the preference and interests of their online connections, whether it's sharing industry insights, right? Some people give insights, forecast of how economy will be changed. Those are the example of industry insights or personal achievements or information articles. We can get any information as preferences and interest for something, because we are all connected online. Also, we learn anything from online. So, network individuals, we are obviously in online learning environment where individuals communicate with instructors, right? You can communicate with your teacher using Zooms and peer groups through discussions, forums, emails, video conferences. So we're using those platforms, we learn from others. So effective communication skills are essential for expressing ideas, seeking help, seeking clarification, and collaborating on other projects. Also, we do personal blogging, we do online activity, we sometimes use crowdfundings, right? So, personal blogging means people maintain personal blog to share their thoughts, experience, expertise. Okay, famous bloggers like categorized food bloggers, right? Traveler bloggers, food blogger, they do, they show you how, they, make a different style of foods, different taste of foods. And traveler bloggers, they do, show when they travel certain countries, right? Countryside, the city of certain countries, the culture of the countries they visit. That is blogging. Online activism advocacy. We use it. We do many protests using online online platforms. When we have certain social issues, we do text. We do reply to certain issues on any platforms, like any other online platforms. We use Facebook, we use Twitter, right? Network individualism is visible in online activism and advocacy efforts. Individuals leverage their communication skills to raise awareness, mobilize, support, and advocate for causes they care about through social media campaigns, online petitions, and digital activism. We use those different platforms for social campaigns, online petitions, digital activisms. It could be many, other reasons. Intentionally, we use this for this reason in different settings, right? For climate changes, social injustices, those things. Could be the actual settings that we use for our campaigns, petitions, and digital activisms. Okay. Crowdsourcing and crowdfundings. People participate in crowdfunding projects or crowdfunding campaigns. People reach out to their online network to seek contribution, right? Donations, supports, or feedbacks. They showcasing their ability to convey their needs, objectives effectively. And there are many people who have project plans to help to support education in underdeveloped country, right? So they do crowdfunding, crowdsourcing. They do use donations from others. Okay, next theory is social information processing theory. We call it SIP. S-I-P. Social information theory is communication theory that explores how individuals form and maintain relationship through computer mediated communication, particularly in online and virtual environments. Okay, it is simple. When we talk about social information processing theory, this is all about relationship in online settings. How we make relationships with others in online setting. This is all about social information processing theory that is developed by Joseph Werther in 1990s. Okay, cues filter out. That means we use less cues. We use less body language. We use less eye context. That's the cues. Unlike face-to-face communication, where individuals have access to various nonverbal cues, right? Like facial expressions, gesture, tone of voice. That lacks, CMC lacks these cues. SIP suggests that in the absence of these cues, social information processing theory lacks. The absence of these cues, facial expressions, gesture, tone of voice, etc. So individuals compensate by using other available information to form impressions. Extended time means SIP posits that in the absence of immediate real-time feedback, individuals in CMC environments take more time to develop relationships. Communication in digital spaces may require a longer duration for individuals to understand and interpret each other's messages, right? Sometimes it takes more time to understand others than in real time surroundings. Actual surroundings. When I meet people in reality, I talk to him face to face, right? It takes less time because directly we exchange our messages, informations, but sometimes in online settings, it takes more durations, more time to understand each other. Hyperpersonal model, that is, model suggests individuals in CMC can develop relationships that are even more intimate and idealized than those in face-to-face communication. Example, some people use, make relationship virtually created characters, right? Let's say some people do many online games. In online games, many different characters, right? A main playing role, supporting roles, right? So actually, you can make people. There are people who make relationship with virtual characters. Sometimes that is more intimate, idealized by making those relationships with virtual characters. The lack of nonverbal cues allow individuals to selectively self-present and control the information they share, leading to idealized perceptions. Sometimes we are in the situation, information are too much, overloaded. While online communication provides a wealth of information, we get many information from online. But SIP acknowledges that individual may experience informations too much. There are many different informations are in online, right? Too much. Sometimes when you search news, there are many different newses. So coping strategies such as selective attention and impression management play a role in how individuals navigate the vast amount of information available in digital communication. So we have to have kind of a strategy. So selectively we choose how I can pay attention to certain information. Okay? So we have to have ability to manage about all informations. Okay, reduced cues theory. These aspects of SIP emphasize that individuals in CMS use different type of cues, such as linguistic cues, contents, to form impressions. While non-verbal cues are limited, other textual cues become more critical in the absence of face-to-face interactions. Okay, there are examples: online dating, right? Virtual teams, online communities, long-distance relationships, educational settings. So when we are in these settings, nonverbal cues are limited. Okay, another theory we cover, privacy management theory. that is developed. Sandra Petronio in the late 1990s. Okay, in online settings, we are all connected by online. We call networked individuals. When we are in the setting of all networked environment, people connected with online, right? Social media, Facebooks, Twitters, Instagrams. There should be a certain task that you have to manage your privacy. Okay, privacy management theory that addresses how people manage their private information, secure in communication. That provides insight how people make decisions about what information to disclose or what information they want to keep in private, and how they navigate the challenges of privacy in their relationships. So in an online society, online environment, people have to have skill and knowledge what kind of personal information should be disclosed or should be open or keep it in private. That is important because there are many frauds, right? Some people steal personal information to make any benefit. That is crime, right? So people use different someone else's identity, personal identity, to make monies. Yeah, those fraud crimes happens all the time. Okay, privacy management theory. Relationship disclosures. When we talk about effective communications that is involved discussing what kind of information, what kind of private information is acceptable to share with others, right? We always make up our mind what kind of my information to be shared with others and what should be remain in confidential, in private. For example, couples may have different comfort levels with sharing relationship details on social media, and open communication is essential to reach agreement. Let's say there are some couples in the companies, right? They don't want to share their couple, their girlfriend and boyfriend to others. So they want to keep that their information, privacy to each other only, not to others. So other people, they don't know they are girlfriend and boyfriend. So this is kind of how they manage their informations, relationship information disclosure. also privacy involves medical information too. In healthcare settings, patients have private medical information, right? Everybody wants, lifetime, they go to hospital, right? Yeah. So effective communication skills for a healthcare professional, that is including obtaining information, consents for sharing medical information with other healthcare providers. Okay, let's say you're a healthcare professional. Once you are in the hospital, you should be very careful. You always have to have consent from your patient to share or to release their information with others. Like, you have patient in the hospital, he is, a cancer, right? And then you have to get paid because you took care of your patient in the hospital, right? To get paid, you have to contact with insurance companies, right? So you have to exchange patient's information with insurance company. Before you doing that, you have to have consent, kind of permission from your patients. Can I disclose your information with insurance company? That's what all about consent in medical settings. Another privacy management. Okay. Friendships and secrets. Okay, I have friends. Some friends are very close to me. We have strong relationship. We share everything. I share my secret with my close friend. Also, I have friend not too close. Just I met him at work settings. I just know his name. That's it. So you have to manage what kind of personal secrets you can share with, it could be good secret, it could be bad secret too, right? So, yeah. So in a friendship settings, people may share personal secrets. So effective communication skills that includes respecting your friends' confidence and not sharing their secrets. That is important. So I told my secret, my closest friend, all about my past experiences, my secrets, but so if he has, maintain good relationship with me, he never disclosed my secret to others. That is all about friendship secrets. So once we are your friends, confidence and secrets, you should not share with other people's, even their secrets. If you really have, then also you have to, set the boundaries and then you have to make trust to maintain good relationships. That is based on confidentiality of shared information, even your friends' secrets. Also, privacy management theory. Another topic is workplace confidentiality. In a professional settings, employees often have access to sensitive companies' information, right? Let's say many employees work in high-tech companies, right? They have access to companies, business secret, right? So once you have access to those secrets, confidential information, you are not sell those information to other companies. That is all about it. So effective communication skills includes you have to understand the company's privacy policies and guidelines and communicating professionally, discreetly when handling those confidential data. That includes your company's business information, business kind of secrets. Also, you have customers' information too in your company, right? So you should be always careful not to release, not to sell those information to other companies. So you have to have those information in private, secure condition. Okay, another privacy management areas. Social media sharings. Okay, we are all live in digital ages. So social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything those allows us share many different information about our own lives. Right? People use YouTube. They upload their actual personal lives, right, to YouTube. That is normal now in YouTube. So we just, we watch certain YouTuber, they do their actual, how they live in their actual settings. We know, how they eat, how they dress, how they, make people. So we can, sometimes we can entertain with those YouTubers. In here, social media sharing, we can actually effective communication skills involved in these settings. We have to have kind of boundaries, that is respecting others' privacy others' personal information, that includes others' personal boundaries. We have to have respect for those things. Always seeking permission before sharing someone else's private information. Let's say I found good video on the YouTube, so I want to make a link to my private website. You have to ask the owner of the YouTube video the permission. Once you get permission, you can share. Okay, it's okay, that's fine. You can share my video, any other social media. So that is permission. You have to have it always. Okay, we have 10 minutes. So these are all about privacy management theory. We are all live in a digital age, so it tells how we can manage our information, how we can handle our information about personal information. It could be company's information that you work for. It could be someone else's information you are related. It could be your friends' information. It could be your family's information. When we release the basic concept of about those information in online settings, we always have to have a respect for my information and others' information, to keep it secure, to keep it private. When you want to release, when you want to share those information, you have to have consent, permission from others. Yeah, that's all about privacy management theory. Okay, next theory we can cover social cognitive theory, that is developed by Albert Bandura. Okay, many texts in here. It is simple. Social cognitive theory is we change our communication skill, communication style, even our behavior in online settings. Okay? Social cognitive theory, we change, or another word, we adapt, we accommodate our communication style, communication skill. Okay, that is one statement. We change, we adapt our communication skill style. How is next statement? How? By observations. We look, we see how other people communicate. That is observation. Another keyword in here is imitation. We copy someone else's communication skill, style, because he always deliver his message in many other people, and he also have good impression, good effect of his message because he has good communication skill and style. So we copy, we imitate that people's communication skill and style. Before that, we have to have first observe. Then you make decision. He or she, their communication style is good to communicate with people better than you copy it. Then last one, you practice, you imitate, you practice those others' communication skill. Then also you have self-reflection. Self-reflection means you put yourself exactly, then you see how you use those communication skills that you imitate from others. Oh yeah, when you look at yourself exactly, my voice is too low, or my voice is too high, or I use less body language, or I use too much body language. Or when you use, when you do self-reflection on yourself, you look at yourself objectively. That's self-reflection, right? So, yeah, you can criticize how you can, how you can use your communication skill by imitating from others. Okay, only this slide. Yeah, let's finish. Okay, social cognitive theory emphasizes the importance of observation learning. By looking others, we learn. Okay. Also, we do social modeling. Okay, I want to copy. Let's say, I always get impression by Trump. I don't like Trump. It doesn't matter. I always get good impression when I see Trump on the TV. So I want to copy him. I want to learn how he, communicate with people. That's the modeling, right? And then also self-regulations that shapes people's behavior. It has a significant indication for communication skill as it provides insight into how individual acquires and refine their communication abilities. That is through by observation, imitation, and self-reflection. So, social cognitive theory underscore making importance on the idea individuals are not static, not stay same. Okay, we change, we adapt ourselves in your communication skills. People can continuously improve, adapt by observation, modeling, self-regulation. We always keep same communication skill. once you learn good communication skill from others, you change your communication skill because you want to have good communication skill to share information, ideas, opinions. So we change our communication skills. So effective communicators, they use actively engagement in the process of their ability to interact better in many different settings. Okay, that is first slide of social cognitive. Okay, you find good speaker, right? He deliver message good. Everybody get impression from his speech. So you wanna try to copy him. Then you learn from him. Then you change your communication skill, behavior, because you want to make better communication skill, to communicate better, to share information, to share your ideas. That's social cognitive. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all today. Any questions? Anything you wanna say? Okay, let's wrap up today. Thank you so much.